Hey folks, this is ioEther. We're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Lurpy and it is Cromwell B. This is a tier 6 scrim game. This is actually a skirmish. A stronghold, if you will. And so, as you can see, I'm over here. I believe I'm in charge of this particular game. We have Strafe, whom some of you may know, some of you won't. And Lurpy, of course, and of course myself. And then Flame is a friend. There's Flame. And then that is another friend, and then these two are randoms. However, one of those randoms is in TS with us, or Discord. The other isn't. So, as much as this is... seriously, Lurpy? Seriously? They're only tree in the field and you had to knock it over. Anyway, so as much as this is a skirmish game, I do want to talk a little bit about some of the tactics I was trying to employ and that sort of thing. And the results of this game should speak for themselves. But anyway, so the idea... I haven't said this is on Fiery Salient. Is it? Have I? My bad. But we are against a team, and they have 2 heavy tanks and E2. So that was what I based this approach on. Was the fact that they're going to be fairly steady and fairly stationary, and so we're going to take this high ground up here with 2 scouts out in the field. And then we're hopefully going to destroy at least 1 tank early on, either with the airstrike, which will be coming up in about 40 seconds or so, or by just them peeking over a ridge line and everybody focusing fire. And so that's what we're going to try to achieve. Flame loaded into the game really, really late, so that's why he's way back there. Anyway, so we're just going to play, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on and what I was attempting to make happen as it happened. So, I just wanted to scout and see what happens. I have 6th Sense on my Cromwell. I don't know if Lurpy does, but I didn't get lit at all, and so it made me really suspicious. Lurpy obviously doesn't get lit, doesn't spot anything. And you can see Strife in chat telling the DK what to do because he's not in Discord with us. He doesn't know what the rest of us are thinking. And so right now I'm trying to spot to see if they went up to the hill or something, and can't find any of them. Now that we know they're not over here, we're pushing them because they're in this corner or something like that. And they're not down here, which is where we really were afraid they were. However, I'm going to continue circling up here to make sure that they don't sneak past us on this hill, or they don't, pop up over here or something like that. And so now everybody's getting set up because Lurpy thinks he knows where they are. He's going to go in for a scouting run, and now he gets lit, and now they open up on him. And so I immediately dropped the area strike on the M6. I probably should have dropped it on the Type 4, but I just want to make sure one thing died as fast as possible. And then, and of course, getting the airstrike away before I get killed is something that I struggle to do. And so, Lurpy's just gonna pop over the ridge line and start. He's supposed to just be spotting, but of course, who can just spot? He bounces a shot from the E2. I don't know how he bounced a shot from the E2, but he did apparently. And then one barely misses him. The sounds of those whistling over his head. Now, the rest of the team hasn't been shot at. They've only been shooting at Lurpy this entire time because of the fact that, well, for the most part, he's the only one they're seeing. And so, good lord, he takes his life into his hands. I didn't expect him to get this close. But obviously, that's exactly what he's doing, and he's trying to bait this T-34 into firing while not popping over this ridge line too much and just shooting at the top of that turret. And that's actually quite a bit of what he does. In the meantime, I've jumped to the other side of the tracks with Colonel Merc, and we're gonna start shredding these guys back here. Because just because they are way at the back doesn't mean we can't hit them. I just don't know if I can pen. Oh, there's somebody penned. Somebody else penned. And there we go. And so they just sent their. We know exactly where their 3 Cromwells are. They all went to our base and started capping. Before that, I ordered 3 of ours onto their base and started capping. And now everybody from here is going to push back and start the decap. Not that we need to, but it guarantees the win, you know? The other thing is, I don't know at this point in time if they've dropped their arty strike or not. And it's not worth gambling on us winning by capping if it turns out they haven't dropped their arty strike. Because it still could hit and evaporate our cappers. And, I mean, if they're clumped too close together, which I don't think they are, but if they were all clumped like right up against each other, and our strike, you know, luck of the draw lands on them, that could be all of our cap points gone. So we did fall back to get eyes and try and decap. I don't think somebody hit something, so I think we end up, yeah, because that guy had full health before. We ended up doing a little bit of damage, and I'm sure this would have dropped off some cap points, but it didn't matter in the end because we ended up winning. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this game, mostly because tier 6 strongholds are a way that we've been making a ton of money lately, and it's a lot of fun. And I know Faraway Sand is one of those maps where it's not necessarily always evident exactly what you should be doing. In pubs, medium tanks control this zone, tank destroyers control the ridge line, and heavy tanks push up and over this hill. But as soon as you get into skirmishes, do any of those things matter? No. You can either control the middle of the map or control this ridge line. This hill matters very little in skirmishes, and so it's not really worth trying to control. If you can take control of this, though, you can get shots into almost anywhere on the map. And the reason why we like controlling this ridgeline, though, is because we can run scouts along here and have most of our line act like tank destroyers for a couple of minutes while we destroy the enemy tanks. You know, drop health bars, maybe track somebody in the open, wound, injure, maim, all that good stuff, and then we can start closing in for the kills. It didn't work out quite that way in this because they're all camping back here in some sort of horrible era denial thing. I assume they were trying to stop us from capping. They're like trying to bait us into their cap, except, you know, where else would they be after we scoured the rest of the map? And so yeah, just felt like a nice, quick, fun game to. I think this should go up on a Friday, so help you kick off your weekend. Thank you all for watching. I could flash up the stats, but really nobody did much of anything because of the fact that the damage was shared around pretty good. So this, I think he had the most damage on any one person, and obviously the most spotting damage. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. And of course, if you think this deserves the MVP, please hit that like button. If you don't like this kind of gameplay for whatever reason, feel free to hit the dislike button. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, subscribe. And all thanks, thank the patrons. And I'll see you later. This ioEther out.